Your 90 seconds start in 3, 2, 1, Beatbox!
Yo, 90 seconds! Hi guys, so we have the other quarterfinal between G-WIZZ and CRYTHIX. So this is more of a battle between the new school prospects, let's say it that way, although maybe G-WIZZ the more experienced between the two. I think I've reacted to this battle somewhere. I might be wrong, but let's do it again. I think CRYTHIX has stopped by the channel to say his opinion on the reaction and comment. But let's watch this again with a better audio and a better footage.
Yo, I know you represent the white and red, but got my CD with me. Yeah, it's still Long City. Don't you like GBC?
Okay, maybe it's because these guys battled in the La Coupe.
Cause you're coming with me. I am the painkiller.
You can already see like the challenging gestures from CRYTHIX. He's not here to have fun and make friends, but he's rather here to win, and so he's trying to kind of get under G-WIZZ's skin with his repetitiveness gesture or whatever that means, just circles. I think it means repetitive.
Stick it to you. Stick it to your mind.
I like the way that clap hits.
Got my CD with me. Yeah, it's still Long City.
Change.
That's a strong round from G-WIZZ, so I'm gonna comment after the response from CRYTHIX. I like the start from CRYTHIX. That's a nice little pattern there. Lots of clever patterns so far. That one is rather aggressive, but doesn't mean it hits the spot. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's landing. It's aggressive and loud, but it's not there yet in terms of being effective.
Racing to the top.
Alright, so you know, it's obvious in terms of the crowd reaction, like the whole energy in the hall, it's different, right? You can tell that CRYTHIX is still kind of trying to find his style and his, you know, beatboxing self. in a way, so he's still kind of building his beatboxing identity, which, you know, it's for me it's really I don't know how to say it, significant, maybe let's say significant for me to watch this very beginning stage of a prospect that is expected to be very popular and skilled in the future. You know, this is speculation by many in the community, so I'm gonna emphasize D-Lo being one and Footbox G being one of the beatboxers, some of the beatboxers that have mentioned that they have high expectations from CRYTHIX as a prospect. Now, as far as this battle is concerned, I'm gonna give this to G-WIZZ the first round, and let's say, just to have some sort of measurable statistical representation of how I'm feeling, let's say that I think this is around 70-30 for G-WIZZ, so it's a pretty dominant G-WIZZ heavy round, first round, right? So let's see how things develop in the second round.
Loopy Pro. This is now my new loop station. This is the next level thing that I've been dreaming of.
For me, this whole thing that the looper is an instrument actually started to make sense with Loopy. It's the ultimate looper.
Changed my looping completely.
This is the future.
Let's go to the
To be honest, guys, I got so carried away to check that looping commercial. I have no idea why I didn't skip it, and so sorry for anybody that had to watch it 2 times in a row or whatever.
center.
Very improvisational, experimental round from G-WIZZ. Throwing in random sounds, so the tractor is kind of locking so far.
No. Yeah.
Okay. That was an interesting transition. Interesting introduction into the next beat. So lots of whatever this sound is called, a lot of that. I don't feel like it's let's set some sort of again visual or conceptual understanding of this routine. So I'm not sure what this sound is called. That's not on a difficulty level. This is like entry level beatboxing. So that specific sound, the way it was implemented in the routines, it was cool, but also I don't feel like the difficulty level was there. So if there was a criteria of technical difficulty, let's say, this would not rank too high, and yet the whole round was based on technical difficulty. So that round to me is like a 4 out of 10, 4.5 out of 10, let's say. And so this to me gives me an idea that G-WIZZ did not try that hard, knowing that he is capable of delivering way better rounds. I feel like he is, after the first round, he got to gauge his opponent, CRYTHIX, and it feels like he felt that he's safe, and so he didn't really push for for the win, to kind of solidify the win. So now CRYTHIX has to exploit that and go absolutely bonkers and go all in, because for such a young beatboxer, a newcomer, I feel like just beating G-WIZZ and passing into the next stage, into the semifinal, as your final accomplishment of this championship is already a major accomplishment, right? So that's why I feel like it shouldn't save himself and save routines, because I'm sure that they organize their beatbox in their round, but that's why I feel like CRYTHIX should go all in this round and not worry about the next stage and worry about, you know, winning competition at this stage, but just kind of gathering experience. I like that. I like that. Friendly vibes. I love it.
I'm about to take control.
Please finish this round strong. If it goes with this level, I think he has the win secured.
I'm about to take control. Ready for the... I'm about to take control.
Time!
All right.
Make some
That
noise
is
for
the
this
strongest
battle!
round of the battle, and that's why I feel like CRYTHIX has edged this particular battle. Now, would I be
Okay,
mad
judges.
or shocked if it goes to
Scheiße,
G-WIZZ?
Maddox has an existential crisis
'cause
again.
we have a good idea who he is,
No,
and he
man,
was
he's
somewhat
just a very
consistent
emotional and sensitive
with
guy.
his
I
beat.
really appreciate that. Make some noise for Maddox. Yeah, the stakes are high. The stakes are very high.
But we need a decision right now.
Judges, are you ready? In 3.
Yeah.
CRYTHIX is moving to the next round.
CRYTHIX, I was
Make
saying
some
CRYTHIX,
noise for
right? So sorry about that. CRYTHIX.
Belgium.
Shout out to G-WIZZ.
Belgium. Wow, congrats. Congratulations.
Stick it to your mind.
Right, so based on these beatboxers' accomplishments and capability, if right now there was an overall ranking for beatboxers, I would place G-WIZZ above CRYTHIX because of the experience, and he's been around more, and he's also like Belgium champ or vice champ at least. And so knowing that CRYTHIX is from Denmark, I think, right? I would say that it's a bigger accomplishment to win, slightly bigger accomplishment to win the Belgium champs than to win the Denmark champs, in case CRYTHIX was the Denmark champ, because he's very high level, so I wouldn't be surprised if he is the best that Denmark has to offer. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud, but I'm saying that this is a huge accomplishment because personally I would rank G-WIZZ as the higher ranked beatboxer on a global scale right now than CRYTHIX. Maybe not for like too many slots, but just ahead. So this is the way rankings work, right? You beat the guy that's ranked higher, and now you're ranking maybe closer to them or above them. Now with this win, I would not say CRYTHIX is ranking higher than G-WIZZ, but I would say that this is one of his biggest, if not the biggest, accomplishments in his young beatboxing career. So this is amazing to witness as somebody that has loved and loves beatbox for so long. It's amazing to witness new talent, and so I'm very curious of what the identity, the beatboxing identity of CRYTHIX will look like in 2 or 3 years if he goes with this tempo. This is a very talented beatboxer, and so round 2, his second round was a display of him having his unique stuff and unique sounds. Not only is it unique, the sound, that little whistle, not with little, right? So this whistle, it's not just like authentic and unique. That sound, it's a pushing throat bass that's physically very hard and demanding. So you have to put a lot of effort. You know, some sounds don't take so much effort. You can do drums like all day, and it's not that demanding, but the volume and the clarity, and it's also like a double, what is it called, like what's it called? It's not called dual voice, right? It's called something else, but you know what I mean, right? When there's a second layer to it, it's also that type of thing as well. So it's a very it's a layered sound, and this projection is very loud, and the delivery is very hard. So it's also very physically demanding. And if you see CRYTHIX, he's a tall guy, but not a really physically imposing figure. Like, I don't know, like somebody muscular like Zeka or more chubby. I mean, I'm not gonna say chubby, but let's say let's say bigger, like Napalm, right? That can do these massive lip rolls, right? Because you need to have the physical components to support this type of strong element, right? And so CRYTHIX looks rather on the skinnier end, right? Which is even more impressive to me. So I want to emphasize that there's a lot of factors playing into it. So this is a young, powerful guy, and so if legends like Dilo and Footbox G predict a bright future, then I have my eyes on this beatboxer, and I also have my eyes on G-WIZZ as well, because he produced one of the best wild cards for 2026 GBB. So thanks guys for watching. I obviously love this shit so much, so I keep on yapping and expressing my opinions on beatboxing. Shout out to the OGs in the panel, Godfish, Maddox, Shazame. Shout out to these guys, and see you in the next video, guys.